So let's figure out this whole ligament thing in your knee. Yes.
I just have a quick question. Which three labs you do for tomorrow's lab?
Yes. Let me think about that and get back to you at the end of the class.
Okay.
Good question, Bethany.
Practice makes us better.
All right, so let's figure out this whole ligament business. Okay, so if you put your palm on your knee, and you cross your middle finger over your first finger. Okay, that basically. Your third finger, your middle finger is going to be your anterior cruciate ligament, and your second finger is going to be your posterior cruciate ligament. Okay, so this gives you an idea of how those ligaments line up inside you. So if we would take this and do the same knee, so if we would take this, we'll superimpose my crossed fingers. Okay, so the front one is the anterior cruciate and the back one is the posterior cruciate. Okay, so you see how they crisscross and they kind of go in opposite directions to give you some ultimate stability in that central point.
I have a question. Is it the third finger over the second finger, or is it?
It's your birdie finger over your index.
Okay. Oh, I got it. Never
The
mind.
thumb is number one.
Okay, I got
I'll
it.
just put it in layman's terms. Right? Everybody. Appreciate it. Promise.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. I'll never forget it. Okay, so here's what that looks like inside the knee. So you see the anterior cruciates angling one way and your posterior cruciates angling the other way. Here we have our lateral, medial and lateral collateral ligaments. So you see how that gives that lateral support. So this one is a little tighter and a little closer in. This one, there's a little space here because it's coming down to the head of the fibula, right? Anything else I want to say about that?
It seems like the crisscross of the fingers is backwards from what's in that picture.
Depends on which leg you're looking at. If this is medial, then this is going to be a right leg. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. What I want you to get out of this is just that you've got those cruciate ligaments that hold it together, that crisscross to give it stability. Okay, we're not really going to ever this specifically treat this, so you just got to understand the concepts here. Don't get too wound up in it. All right. So if you just take a further look, this anterior cruciate runs from the anterior tibia to the posterior femur. Okay, so anterior, and then it's going to prevent anterior tibial displacement. So it's going to be tighter during extension. And then posterior runs from the posterior tibia to the anterior femur. And it's going to prevent posterior tibial displacement. So it's tight during flexion. So what these do is they crisscross here to keep this kind of displacement from happening. Okay, so that you don't lose your ability to stabilize that knee. And here's just another picture of how that sets up. So this is, we're looking at it from the lateral view, so we're looking at it sideways. Because there's the anterior, there's your patella. So the anterior cruciate ligament starts at the anterior and goes posterior, starts posterior tibia to the anterior femur.